Okay, so this video tutorial is going to go over how to compress video that you've taken for your GoReact observations. So I've heard one of the difficulties that some candidates are having is uploading their video to GoReact. So first off, we are dealing with video, so video is going to be a much larger file size. Even your cheaper, smartphones nowadays are recording in possibly even like 4K video, which is a very high resolution video. So when you're recording like a 30 to 60 minutes lesson, that file is going to be a really big file. So one of the things you might try if this, compressing seems to be difficult or whatever, is you might try to just try to go get the file, upload the file to GoReact, and just give it a long time. Like I'm talking like go have dinner and a couple hours later come back and check on the progress of that upload, because it could take a serious amount of time to upload that video because it could be a very large video file. And then I think what GoReact does is they don't want it to be that big of a video file. There's really no need for it to be that big. So what they do is they compress it, maybe even simultaneously. So that could be part of the reason that it's taking such a long time. So you could try that, but if that doesn't seem to be working, you can also compress your video. If you're familiar with your smartphone settings, you could just pick a lower resolution video before you start recording. But then, of course, the thing that happens then is, for me at least, is then I forget to change it back, and then I go to a family event or something, and I find out I just recorded everything, all the video that I just shot on your Hawaii trip or whatever turned out to be in this really low resolution setting, and that's a bummer. You don't want to do that. So I'll show you here. I'll show you how to compress your video. The help file that I put a link to in our class, in our Blackboard course, mentions Windows Movie Maker. And the reason why I'm doing this tutorial is because Windows Movie Maker doesn't exist anymore. On Windows 10, they've discontinued Windows Movie Maker, and they're using something different. So I'm going to show you it's called the Photos app in Windows 10. I know that sounds strange, but editing video in a Photos app, but there's actually a video section in the Photos app. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you here, and I'll show you around a little bit. Okay, so I've opened up the Photos app and I've clicked on New Video, I believe was the button up at the top. And it says New Video Project, I believe. And then after I do that, it says, what do you want your video to, what do you want the name of your video to be? So I'm just going to go ahead and just give it a name here, GoReact Test Video. Okay, then I just click OK. I'm now in my video. We've got a couple different things that we're doing. We've got a project library, which if you're doing real video editing, you might have several different videos that you're trying to kind of, put together. So you've got your project library here, and you've got your storyboard here. The storyboard is going to be your video just in the order that you want it to be. Like I said, if you have several different videos, but we don't really have to deal with any of that. What we're going to do is we're going to click on Add right here, and then we're going to go to From This PC to go get your video. So we're assuming that you have your video saved on your computer, and you're just going to go get it. Okay, so at this point, I just navigated to something. I have a Zoom recording that I have here, so it doesn't matter what it is for the purposes of this video, but you would have to know where your video is located on your computer. So once you find it, you just double click on it, or just click on it and say Open, and it will add this video file, as you can see right here, hopefully. It adds it to your library here. Then what you need to do is you just need to take your video and drag it down here to the storyboard, and this is just going to be your video there. And then when you've got your video down here in the storyboard, you could do some editing if you wanted to. You could trim your video. You could, use the split function by just, saying, well, the first, 10 minutes were something I really don't need in the recording. So you could hit split right there. You could click on split right there, and then fast forward to the place where you want to stop, and then click on done. And it would actually split the video in two, and you can just delete the part that you don't want. So there are some editing capabilities that you could use right here, but again, not the purpose of this video right here. The next thing you'd want to do is you'd want to click on Finish Video right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when you click on finish video, you'll notice that it's saying it's going to, the video quality is going to be a high quality. It's going to be 1080p, which isn't the high quality right now, which is interesting, but it's going to be a high quality right there. So I'm going to show you how you can just automatically pick some different settings right here. So if you just click on this down arrow right here, you'll notice there's a few different settings. So I believe, if I remember the directions from the website, the GoReact website, I believe this lowest setting might be good enough, actually. So you might try the medium setting just in case, but that still might be a pretty big file. So I might just try this low setting right here. I'll go double check in the background here and see if that seems to be enough. But you just pick the lowest setting here if that's what you'd like to choose, and then just pick export. And as soon as you pick export, it will start saving your video. Actually, there's one more step here. You got to give your video a name and save it someplace. It needs to know where to save the video. So what I would do right here is I would just choose, these are my, like I said, my Zoom recordings right there. So I'll just go ahead and click on export. So I'll do that. Then after I click on export, it's going to take my video and start exporting the video at this point. Now my computer is working really hard right now. I can see it in my Zoom recording. Hopefully we're not getting choppy here or anything. My computer is working very hard. You can see the progress is just barely starting to show any progress. So depending on the size of your video, how fast your computer is, and things like that, it could take a while for this video to export, even though I'm using the lowest. You just have to wait for this to get done, and then you go find your video, and you have your same video, but at a lower quality. All right, let's go see if my recording, my Zoom, because I'm now trying to record myself and export a video, might be a little bit too much for my computer to handle. We'll see. Okay, so I've stopped my computer from exporting because it was really slowing it down. I've got like a budget PC that I've kind of Frankenstein together here to make it somewhat usable for stuff like this. But I went ahead and stopped that, so hopefully the video, I hope, didn't get too choppy or anything there. And I'm looking at the GoReact directions here. So I'm going to go ahead and share that here. And looking at these directions, it does talk about 720 by 480 right here. So if you look here, it says 720 by 480 is the resolution. I'm not sure about the bit rate right here, what Windows 10 does with the bit rate, but 720 by 480 would be that second choice, that that medium choice that we just showed there. So you might try that one first, just to make sure that it's not too low of a quality for the video, because I believe that they're talking about doing they're talking about that medium quality right there. So you might give that a shot. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Thanks very much.